Hey YouTube, what's going on? I didn't know Patrick CC covered this topic. I'm actually interested to see what he's talking about here, because I didn't know he covered this topic about Kendrick Lamar and shit on his new album. So I'm actually curious to see about this.
Kendrick Lamar delivered one line on his recent album that sent comedian Andrew Schulz on an all-out crusade to expose Kendrick for being a hypocritical liar that panders to social justice warriors for money and status. However, the more Andrew attempted to attack Kendrick, he just dug himself a deeper hole that he is struggling to climb out of. It all started.
Okay, so I heard about this. And I saw Andrew's side and I heard what Kendrick Lamar said. But I don't know enough information to actually understand what the topic is and what the issue is here. So I want to hear it from Patrick CC because he always knows what he's talking about. I'm not going to lie.
In July of 2024 when Andrew hosted the UK podcast duo Shits and Gigs, whose real names are James and Fuhad. The pair are known to share their unfiltered opinions on sex, friendship, and relationships, and although those were large talking points throughout this pod, Andrew kept obnoxiously forcing race into his questions or topics.
Are there black people in the UK that are just black people?
I don't know anyone who's ever known a god.
Facts.
Ever.
No idea.
But that's like, you're asking the wrong guys. Like, that's the whitest shit.
Do they have black ones? Black people love the front like they don't love America, and the second they leave, they be complaining about where the f they go.
A topic called the Black Girlfriend Effect was brought up and sparked a much larger discussion online, and even Kendrick Lamar chimed in.
What is the black girlfriend effect? This
Oh, you don't know about this?
Glow up the other culture.
Yeah, so you'll see a guy who's had a black girlfriend, all of a sudden he's got buzz cut, like clean shape up, glows up, bro.
Yeah, I like that.
They shave their hair because they start losing it. Because they're so stressed around this black girl complaining about shit all the time. That's why they gotta shave their hair.
Nah, bro. White guys with black girlfriends, they
grow a beard
because
there's more cushion when they get slapped the f out of it. That's hilarious. I think the black girlfriend effect, it might be a protective instinct.
Yo, look. That was kind of funny, but that's still crazy as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
You think?
Protective.
Yeah. Do you guys have you ever had black girlfriends?
Yeah.
Have you ever had white girls?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. What's your favorite?
We love them all.
Yeah.
Oh really?
We love them all.
Yeah.
That means white.
Yo, who gets?
That means what?
Hey, let me get a US translation.
Kendrick fans, get him!
It's very clear that James and Fuhad's description of the black girlfriend effect was to discuss white guys going through a positive transformation due to them settling down with a black woman. But they didn't make this up out of thin air. There was a trend recently on TikTok where white guys showed their transformations, such as elevating their fashion sense, growing out their facial hair, working out, or investing in self-care in general as a result of dating a black woman. It was a wholesome trend meant to highlight black women, inspiring their partners to be better versions of themselves. And in an attempt to be funny, Andrew decided to take the low road of leaning into tired old stereotypes of black women being mean, angry, and physically aggressive towards their partners. Now, Andrew's audience is very much used to him making jokes about other races and ethnicities, whether it be in his stand-up act or on his podcast.
Yeah, he's a comedian. He's gonna make jokes about anything. That's what comedians do. That's literally their thing. So, I mean, a joke is a joke. In my opinion, a joke is a joke. You shouldn't take a joke serious. But if it doesn't sound like a joke and it's like way too crazy, like if it's way too far, bro, because there is a line where a lot of people don't get there. But if it goes way too crazy, I don't think that's it. I'm not gonna lie.
Is that yours right there, bro? Latina? Okay.
I remember this one. This was funny. I don't think he really crossed the line here. I thought this shit was funny.
Gotta be careful with her. You on birth control? Maybe not.
Joke.
Nah, you need certified yes from them, okay? Don't with that pull-out method with Latinas. You come on a Latin girl's stomach, her belly button just opens up and takes that shit in, dog. Like fucking hungry hippos in there, dog. You gotta come on her back. That's why they call them wetbacks.
Yeah, that was good.
That's a Mexican right
funny.
there. Only a Mexican could whistle like a bluebird.
No oil money, and you're in the Middle East? Israeli? Oh.
They don't have any oil. That's the one bad investment Jews have made.
Therefore, he didn't receive much backlash initially,
Yeah.
but James and
Yeah.
Fuhad's audience were taken aback by Andrew's persistence to keep the conversation about race. They were also disappointed that James and Fuhad laughed at what they deemed as racist jokes. As an American, this is the most
Yeah.
ignorant conversation, hyperfixated on race and keeping people segregated based on stereotypes. That's humorous to these people? So unnecessary. They let this guy run too many black jokes. As a black man from the UK, I'm disappointed, I can't lie.
See, like, if he stuck with one joke, maybe even two, that's fine. But if he kept pushing it and pushing it, it's just not going to sit well. One or two is fine, and then moving on. But, like, if you're going to sit there and consistently, like, say, like, basically, same joke, different setup every time, yeah, bro.
Now, it's important to understand that James and Fuhad are known to be relatively non-controversial. They also have a large female fan base. So to see the two laughing at Andrew, a white guy who's making a joke at the expense of black women,
they
rubbed
probably
their
got
audience the
backlash.
wrong way. No one's going after Andrew Schultz because his whole shtick is edgy, offensive comedy. He is trying to be inflammatory. You can't
Yeah.
shame a guy who has no shame about what he does in the first place. The fact SNG didn't see this coming a mile off is entirely on them. While James and Fuhad felt the heat from their fans online, they decided to apologize for not checking or reprimanding Andrew for his insensitive jokes.
First of all, before we get into like specifics or anything like that, obviously there's just literally no excuse. There is no excuse.
Agreed.
And fight or flight is a real thing. When you're in those situations, you look at it through a lens of like, bro, if it was me, I promise you I'll stand up, I'll kick them cameras down,
Yeah.
I would smack homeboy in the face,
Yeah.
I would say this, I'll do that. But when you're in there, you're in shock.
You're in shock, and all you want to do is move on.
Yeah, bro,
literally,
move
all
on is
you
the
wanna
fucking word, bro. All you want to do is fucking move on. Just move on to the next thing. Just
Yeah.
move on to the next thing. It is our duty to protect you guys.
Facts.
Yeah.
And it is definitely...
Nah, I feel bad that they got so much like backlash from this because, bro, these guys are cool. I see their shit all the time. These guys are cool. These guys are funny, man. Like this is cool. Like what they do is awesome. I really love what they do and stuff like that. So to see this happen to them, man, I feel like they don't deserve it, bro. I really do. Like this is just fucked up.
not cool to be in that situation, and again, not be the ones to stand up and kick the cameras down. And we f***ed it on that occasion.
We did.
It's not going to happen again. And it's about being human. It's about realizing that you don't know what you're prepared for. You don't know how to prepare for something
you don't know
that you
about.
don't know what's
Yeah.
going to happen.
Yeah.
And once
Yeah,
it's happened
bro.
one time, you're like,
That's
all right.
true.
You learn from your mistakes, and that's literally
That's
you
literally it, bro.
learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, we
man.
f***ed it, and we're...
These guys hit this shit spot on, bro. Spot on. Like, come on, man. You learn from your mistakes, dude. There's not really much you could do. Stuff like that. I like. These guys are cool. These are some cool guys, man. They're just like, they know it's wrong. They know it's right. You know, like, they know when they make a mistake. Damn, they know when they make a mistake. They grow from it. Like, come on, man. They don't deserve this, bro.
Like, we're sorry.
We
And
I
deserve that,
definitely do
because
apologize.
it's-
Some of their fans felt that the apology was genuine. Sure, they laughed at the joke, but Andrew should be the one to blame as he is the one who actually made the joke.
Yeah.
Others felt that the apology was insincere and that they still
How?
didn't properly acknowledge how hurtful these jokes are.
How? You can see it in their face. You can hear it in the way they talk. And what they said was everything what they needed to say. I don't see how.
To black women.
As black women, we get beat down by every demo.
Bro, I understand that they are upset. But there's not really much that they could have done about it. If Andrew Schultz wanted to keep making the joke, he could have for the rest of the fucking podcast, bro. The only thing they could do is leave. But then that would damage... But that's not... That's just... I feel like if they left, that would be bad too. So, like... What do you want them to do, man? And they apologize, bro. Like, what?
graphic, everybody's beating on black women. Behaviors like the ones that these two have expressed and the ones that we all have experienced in our lives, they are hurt.
I hate the dramatic, bro. Not everybody is always beating on black women, bro. I hate that, man. So fucking dramatic. Because you're not going out every day. You're not going out every day and, like, having people just hate on you for no reason. Because you're a black woman. They're making fun of you. They're hating on you. And making, like, rude-ass comments and shit like that. Nobody is hating all the time. Nobody is, like... Not everybody is hating on black women. So let's stop the dramatics, bro. You saw two guys laugh at a white comedian's joke about black women, and you're upset. Let's not go crazy now, okay? Please. Like, what happened was wrong, but please, bro. Like, let's not, man. Because it's just unnecessary, and it makes it sound worse than what it is. And I feel like the more you keep dragging it, the worse it's gonna become. If it happened, they apologize. Let it be. Let it be.
Hurtful. It makes us sad. It makes us angry. It makes us feel alone.
Understandable.
And I think that it's important for us to use that kind of language in these kinds of conversations because actions like what happened in this podcast, it's important to talk about how much this hurts. Because it doesn't just hurt us as individuals, it hurts the black community.
Exactly. Talk about it. Understand it. Get on their podcast. Talk to them one-on-one. Like, I don't understand. Like, what's the big deal, bro? Like, talk it out. What is the big, like so dramatic, bro? Just talk it out. Talk about your issues and stuff like that and get it out there. You don't need to make this whole big ordeal like you did at the beginning.
Interestingly, Andrew used their apology to remind the world that he had no intentions of apologizing.
Any listeners here that are upset at us, we just want to let you know that you're going to stay upset. Okay? What we're not going to do is sit here with our tucked between our legs apologizing on the podcast for jokes.
Andrew then proceeded to react to and mock James and Fuhad's apology.
How many years have we been doing this?
6, 7.
The past 7 years, where I've been saying that your people f*** mud.
Yeah.
And you've been saying that my people f*** sheep.
Yeah.
I don't feel like we've protected either of our people.
You know what? You're right. You're right. And it's our duty to protect people.
Scottish people, I just want to say that I apologize to all of you for letting this mud say we
Scottish people, I apologize that you're all so ugly that you have to sheep. I apologize for that.
It's our duty to protect people.
Andrew's...
But here's the thing. That's funny because you know he's joking. Like you know he's joking. Like he's mocking them, sure. But he's also joking. He's messing around because he doesn't take it serious. So if you want to get mad, get mad at him because he's not taking the situation serious. Wow, I don't know the name. I'll go by a podcast name, Shits and Gigs or whatever. Like they're taking it serious, dude. Like they feel hurt about it. Andrew Schultz is not. So come on, man.
Co-host Akash then proceeds to speak on behalf of black women.
Oh, we have black female fans. I
What? Okay. That may be pushing.
appreciate them so much. I think they must be so hurt by this. They're not hurt by this. You don't realize that. You start feeling empathy for people that don't feel bad, that weren't hurt.
No black women were offended. The stereotype Andrew said is that black women are angry. Why would they try and stand up for themselves when y'all would just say, Yup, look at how angry they are. That's black women for you. It's impossible to fight or debate with someone who really feels that way. You called them abusers, bro. They're not engaging with that nonsense. Akash and Andrew explaining the feelings of black women, many black women who are fans definitely canceled them. Whether it actually has an effect on the mass of their fan base remains to be seen. Also, I'm the only black woman I know who watches Flagrant. The podcast wasn't noticed because y'all don't have a large black women audience. Somehow the clip went viral and more black women were exposed to it. There's this phenomenon that happens with podcast comedians today where criticism is intertwined with cancel culture and comedians use it as a defense mechanism to essentially win every argument or justify their behavior. A comedian's job is to tell jokes with the goal of making people laugh. On stage, if they make a bad joke, people won't laugh. Maybe even in extreme situations, they might boo the comedian. This is commonly referred to as bombing on stage. When a comedian is bombing, do they start having a TED talk about how they are actually funny and they're just joking and that the audience needs to stop trying to cancel them and chill out? These are just jokes. No. They finish the set and they learn how to make their material better. Today, when comedians like Andrew Schultz get backlash online for bad jokes, they turn it into a think piece. They start casting blame on others for not laughing or understanding the joke. It's because you don't get it, or oh, this is just cancel culture. And this is especially more common on.
Yeah, dude, the internet has changed everything, bro. Like, you can't just say, like, nobody can just admit that what they did is bad or wrong and then move on and grow from it. Like, it's always the people who pointed it out, they're in the wrong. You're never in the wrong. Like, come on, bro. Everybody's always in the wrong at some point.
On podcasts, because while
like, that's how you learn and grow. Because if you don't learn and grow, then you're just not making it, like, you're just not becoming a better person.
stand-up is often written and more carefully crafted, podcasts are usually unfiltered conversations that go on for hours, so you're bound to miss a few times. You're bound to tell a few bad jokes, and that's normal. But for Schultz, considering his right-hand man Akash laughs every single time Andrew breathes, you can see why Andrew must think that all of his jokes are crushing with his millions of viewers. You can watch Andrew get a reality check in real time when Shane Gillis straight up told Andrew his joke was not funny, and Schultz immediately started blaming Shane for being politically correct.
Bro, Shane actually has been working out, dude. This is fucking crazy.
Let's see it. Hold on.
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
Bro, you look good. Is this from West Point?
That actually is.
Oh, nice.
You guys, and you know what?
That's his rival's profile picture. Shane, can we click the video? I just want to hear the sound. I just want to hear the sound.
It's his Sue. It's his... Nah, you look great, dog. Congrats.
I don't think that's funny.
But yeah, I see that. I see why.
Like you don't get it? You mean?
No, my guy's nice.
By the way,
that's wild.
These guys are awesome.
Yeah,
they're having fun.
Yeah.
For you guys to sit here and be like,
wait a minute,
let's bring it up and mock them. That's fucked up, dude. That's
that's
a dude.
We're mocking you.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of just seems like they're just bullying at this point, dude. It's not even like being funny. It's just being a dickhead. Like this, just like when, like, every time Shane Gillis, is it Gillis or Gillison? Fuck, dude. Whatever, dude. I'm just gonna do Shane. Anytime Shane literally points it out, or like anytime he's like, that's not funny, like I feel that in my soul. Like it's literally like anytime he just like, it's not funny, I feel that so deep in my soul, because like at first it didn't click. The second he said it's not funny, I instantly was like, yo, yeah, bro, they're just making fun of him. It's not even being funny. It's just making fun of someone. Because there's a difference between like being funny and then making fun of someone. It's like, but nowadays it's like there's a hard line between that, bro. Like it's hard to tell. Dude, that, whatever, man.
By using them as an insult.
Using?
Yeah.
We're using you.
So you're insulting them by saying I look like them? Or
We're
you're insulting me
you.
by saying I look like them?
This is you back in your victim thing.
No, I'm not being a victim. I'm saying the jokes you're doing is not, it's not like,
It's not PC?
Yeah.
that's not cool.
You know what's really great?
Triggering?
You're making fun of
Yeah.
these guys, these Down syndrome dudes,
Yeah.
putting out TikTok videos.
Now, it doesn't seem that
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They have Down syndrome and they're enjoying their life, and then they're using that to make fun of Shane, which in a way they're making fun of, like, bro. Oh, Shane has autistic siblings? Oh my god, bro. That makes it even worse. I didn't even know that, bro. Yo, that makes it 10 times worse. I didn't even know that. Oh my god. Bro, that's so fucked up. Yo, that is crazy. So he actually has siblings that are like autistic or have Down syndrome, and they're sitting here pulling videos of random people who are making videos enjoying life that have Down syndrome or autistic, and using that and making fun of them. Oh, bro, that's so fucked up. That's so fucked
that Shane
up.
was actually offended. He was trying to just be contrarian for the sake of comedy, but Andrew's reaction was very telling. He was genuinely bent out of shape, getting loud and aggressive towards someone who didn't just mindlessly laugh at one of his jokes.
Yeah.
This is exactly how Andrew would react when Kendrick Lamar addressed his feelings towards Andrew's jokes about black women in the song Waxed Out Murals on his new album, GNX. Kendrick rapped,
Yeah, I want to, because I listened to this song and I heard what he was talking about, and I saw Andrew's reaction to it, but I didn't get the connection. I didn't understand it. So hopefully Patrick, the GOAT, can elaborate on that and talk about it, because I didn't see like what was the big deal about it, but.
"Don't let no white comedian talk about no black woman. That's law."
Yeah.
This single line, composed of just 12 words, absolutely derailed Andrew Schultz. He established war on Kendrick Lamar. Andrew starts off his response by essentially calling Kendrick, and all other rappers, hypocrites.
I remember this, bro. I felt that this was so like weird and corny. I can't even lie to you, dude. I may not even want to hear it, bro. I'm just gonna let it play. I'm not gonna hear it.
Rappers are telling comedians we need to be more respectful to women, so we gotta sit back and reflect.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
They're the most pious group.
Listen, nobody has respected women more through art
Yes.
than rappers. Okay?
Absolutely.
So I completely understand how a rapper could look at a comedian telling a joke and be like, yo, y'all need to switch that shit.
Yeah.
How dare y'all keep saying your wives are annoying? Be more like us and, just ain't nothing but hoes and tricks. I beat my bitch with a stick. What? You can lick on the just suck the dick. I beat my bitch with a stick. What?
Now, there's no argument against
That's over. All right. Jesus, bro.
generalizing much of popular rap music as misogynistic. For decades, hip-hop artists have reduced women to nothing more than sex objects, often referring to them as bitches, hoes, and other demeaning words. Now, I'm not saying Kendrick Lamar is completely innocent of perpetuating this behavior in his lyrics. However, he is not necessarily the poster child of disrespecting women in his raps. Kendrick has often called out his own hypocrisy. He has shined a light on how his trauma defines him and keeps him in cycles of perpetuating this behavior. It doesn't justify it, but discussing and self-reflecting can allow him to learn from his past and try to do better in the future.
Yeah, grow as a person and understand like what's wrong, and then learn from it and grow as a person, bro. That's like what everybody should do.
This took a while for me to grasp the concept that all women are just all women are hoes. You get what I'm saying? But when I was 16, 17 years old, that's what I was saying. All of them the same, you know what I'm saying? So it took time for me to realize, damn, my mom's not a bitch. My mom's not a hoe, my little sister is not. So now I gotta distinguish, you know, right from wrong.
But Andrew takes it a step further. And
that sounds so crazy though, because imagine growing up in a place where like you actually like you can't unravel the fact that like not all women are bitches and shit. Like that's actually like crazy. Because you think about it, you grew up in a place where that's all you know. So to like grasp the fact that they're not and that they're just women is like crazy to think about. Oh, bro, that's...
And says that because Kendrick has collaborated with and celebrated rappers who often disrespect women, that makes him just as guilty.
Go back to talk about Drake, how he's a deadbeat dad while you do songs with Future.
Rapper Future is often referred to as the Toxic King and has droves of lyrics that minimize and disrespect women.
Okay, so that right there, Andrew Schultz kind of threw a point out right there because, like, to be honest, Kendrick Lamar did get on like that with Future, who is not the best example when it comes to this stuff.
Women, such as, anytime I got you, girl, you my possession. Even if I hit you once, dude, you part of my collection. Or, think I might pull out my D and I pee on her. Kendrick collaborated with Future.
When did Future say that, bro? I pray that was before R. Kelly. I pray. Because saying that after would be the most craziest thing ever. And it definitely was after.
Future this year for the first time on a song called Like That.
Yo, it got 100 million views? I didn't think people cared about it like that, but alright.
Surprisingly, Future's verse is all about having his way with women. So while many people see this as Kendrick being hypocritical, others say that just because he's not perfect doesn't mean he can't try to send a positive message.
Kendrick is a rapper. Kendrick decides he wants to stand up for black women for whatever reason. What essentially came back was, you're not qualified to stand up for black women because of look at you, because you are with a cohort of people, rappers, who in the past have been bad to black women. That argument is used anytime black people stand up for themselves in any way.
Sure.
Because there is a purity test that black people have to pass before they defend themselves.
Of course.
That is a way to keep them from defending themselves.
That's crazy to think about. Wait, is that... Okay. So I don't want to get this wrong, but is it saying, like, because you're black, you have to, like, not have done these specific things because then you would be a hypocrite? So, like, if you're black and you listen to a rap song, then you're a hypocrite. Like, if are certain rappers and you're a hypocrite, that is crazy. Why would that, like, if that's what he's saying, that's crazy to be held above your head. That's like, what? Why? Like, why the fuck? Yo, bro, that's so stupid, bro. Like, isn't that essentially creating stereotypes then? So that's not even like, oh my god, bro.
To equate a black person with the worst version of what you feel a black person is culturally is a way to say, as long as you're with that, you can't say anything about what we're saying, right?
Yeah, like that's crazy. So if a black man was in a talk about black women or women in general, and he listens to rap or rappers like Future, he has no word in that conversation. That's crazy, because that's just art. Like, what they're saying, yeah, but like, it's just music. Most rappers lie about what they rap about. That's just how it goes. So why the fuck? Alright, bro.
Kendrick ain't never made just ain't hoes and tricks. Kendrick has never said any of that stuff, but he is a rapper. Rappers say those things, he is inherently connected to the worst lyrics amongst his industry.
Like, that's crazy because he's a rapper. Literally because he's a rapper. Okay, bro. So because he's a rapper, then he's in a group of rappers. So then he has no right to talk about women. Because rappers hate on, or like talk horribly or talk down on women. Yo, bro, that's the stupidest shit ever. What the fuck? Like, okay, bro.
Because he is with them, so he's not good enough to want to defend black women. That trick bag, whether or not Andrew knows it or not,
he knows,
has been used decade after decade after decade on black people.
Schultz also falsely claimed that Kendrick threatened to remove his music from Spotify in 2018 when a hateful content and conduct policy was enforced that removed R. Kelly, XXXTentacion, and others from Spotify editorial playlists.
Are you saying that Kendrick Lamar...
Oh, I remember about that, dude, and he didn't take down his stuff. Oh, wow. Yeah. That doesn't look good, but Andrew's gonna throw that right back in his face.
Put it on wax that he is protecting black women from white comedians' jokes, but not the kidnapping, molestation, and of R. Kelly. And actually, in reality, he would take his own music off Spotify to protect R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Someone who's kidnapped,
a sexual
molested,
predator. Yeah.
And black women?
Kendrick never threatened to take down his music. It was the head of his label who made the threat, which, as messed up as it sounds...
Oh, wow. So that wasn't even... So Kendrick had no say in that. Oh, wow.
Actually has more power over Kendrick's music than he does. His label head, Anthony Top Dog Tiffith, told Billboard, "I don't think it's right for artists to be censored, especially in our culture. How did they just pick those artists out? How come they didn't pick out any others from any other genres or any other different cultures? There are so many other artists that have different things going on, and they could have picked anybody. But it seems to me that they're constantly picking on hip-hop culture. It's not that the label thought that R. Kelly was actually innocent, they just felt that this hateful content and conduct policy was a slippery slope that could lead to more censorship in music." Andrew also convinced himself that Kendrick needed to mention him for clout.
I didn't want to tell you because you had things to focus on.
What a time to be alive where...
I was not...
That's just delusional. Yo. A man with a stature like Kendrick Lamar, a status like Kendrick Lamar, had to name drop a guy like Andrew Schultz for clout. Are we serious? Yeah, bro, that's just delusional. Come on, man. You gotta try harder than that, bro. That's the most delusional shit I've ever heard. Like, Kendrick Lamar needs clout, so he name dropped a comedian who I haven't even heard about since he blew up. People stay waiting for Kendrick Lamar to drop. Shit, he just performed the Super Bowl today. Like, and people are still waiting because the producers for GNX were talking about, we still got more. And people are waiting for that. Talking about Kendrick Lamar needs clout from a comedian. Are we serious, bro? I don't think he does. We're now a month later in the future. 5 Grammys for one song. Come on, bro. He doesn't need it, dude.
One of the Asians who said, "Good luck on your special."
I'm just saying. What a time to be alive where rappers got to talk about comedians for clout.
God bless.
What?
Yes, dude.
Like, we are up right now.
God bless.
The biggest story about the album, outside of the album and people enjoying it, was a sub at a comedian?
It wasn't. It wasn't. It was actually about Squabble Up, the teaser of that broccoli, you know, looking for the broccoli. That shit. That was teased on Not Like Us music video. And then you had the whacked out murals where he's talking about we don't need no double entendres or shit. I'm gonna tell you like as it is type of thing. Then we had TV Off. Then we have SZA. You know, there was a lot more than just. I don't think anybody was really talking about you, Andrew. I'm gonna be honest. I think they talked about you for like maybe like a good 5 hours, and then nobody really gave a shit after that.
Hendryx dissed me for clout. How delusional and oblivious can you be, bro?
Yeah, that comment sums it up pretty easily.
Bro. Schultz continues to call Kendrick a hypocrite by pointing out that he is a musical comedy in production with the creators of South Park.
Now I understand why.
Okay, bro. But, like, whatever, man. Just delusional shit.
He's doing a comedy with the South Park creators.
That makes sense.
Because he appreciates white comedians that make fun of black people.
There you go.
And they've done that brilliantly for decades.
Yeah, that's true.
And he would never want to, break one of his own laws.
No, that's true.
I mean, didn't they have a character called Token on the South Park show?
Yeah, they do.
Which I'm sure Kendrick is a big fan of.
That's true.
He must be a big fan if he's going to do a comedy with them. I mean, we can look that up. Apparently, he has a comedy coming out. Yep.
It is true that Lamar is pairing with these South Park creators.
So, Andrew does have his points. Like, that's a good point right there. That you can use as Kendrick Lamar saying he's a hypocrite because he's working with the creators of South Park, which is famously known for making fun of literally anything that was ever talked about or created or happened. So, they do have a point there.
Matt Stone and Trey Parker on a feature-length film. The film will depict the past and present coming to a head when a young black man who is interning as a slave reenactor at a living history museum discovers that his white girlfriend's ancestors once owned his.
What? So past and present coming to head with a young black man who is interning as a slave reenactor at a living museum. So his job is to reenact as a slave in a museum, and his white girlfriend's ancestors owned his ancestors, and they find out. And now that's going to be a comedy. Got it. And Kendrick Lamar, I guess, is going to be the young black man.
Paramount film chief Brian Robbins said, "The script is one of the funniest and most original scripts we've ever read, and it's certain to create some fireworks when it hits theaters on July 4th, 2025.
July 4th? I'm being there.
And yes, I'm sure you all know, South Park has aimed jokes at black people countless times over the years.
Here we see a black person eating chicken and watermelon.
Brother, are we serious? Yo, okay.
Stereotype that hurts the African American community.
Okay, well, looks like you're gonna get a lot of...
Yo. We didn't need to bring this clip up, bro. We didn't.
Help here. Category is people who annoy you. Audience, keep quiet, please.
Yo.
10 seconds, Mr. Marsh.
Well, I know it, but I don't think I should say it.
Now, in all fairness, South Park has made jokes about literally every race, every religion, every ethnicity.
Yeah, they make fun of literally anything. Literally anything. So it doesn't matter what it is, they'll make fun of it.
Every gender, every disability, they have joked on everyone equally, which is the exact same ethos that Andrew lives by.
Well, I will say, as far as that line goes, we're gonna make fun of everybody, and that's just the reality of the matter. Is everyone gets these jokes? That's the ethos of the show. It's the ethos of the comedy that we do. And the second you start, and he just might not be aware of it. I don't know if he's doing it to sell records or if he's doing it because he just thinks it rhymes or it looks good, or he's taking advantage of like a viral moment, knowing that we'll react and knowing the internet will react. But the reality is, the second that you make a group protected, everything else becomes racist. You're either racist to that group, or you're racist to everybody else. And when you make fun of everybody, that is the one beautiful thing that allows us to kind of come together and laugh at ourselves and each other. I've been very fortunate to travel the world making fun of people of all different race, religions, cultures to their face. Everywhere around the world. Everywhere. And
that's crazy.
They've had an incredible sense of humor about it. They're coming out specifically to see that happen.
However, things took a strange turn when Schultz started pondering the idea of him and Kendrick in a one-on-one fight.
You want to squabble up with Kenny?
No. I mean, here's the thing. This is the thing that is kind of funny about it is like first of all, Kendrick's people and the gang affiliate, everybody, his security, they will kill me. They will destroy me. They'll find me in the street. They'll cut me up. They'll shoot me. They'll do whatever. I'm not a tough guy. Y'all would do. But just Kendrick, I would make love to him. There's nothing he could do about it. Just Kendrick Lamar, I would make love to him, and the only thing that he could do is decide if it's consensual or not. That's the only thing he could do. If it's me and Kendrick, this is about physics. It's about physics. I don't even know if I'll get hard. But if we're in a cell, there's a chance that
Okay, yeah, now you're pushing it, bro. I can't lie to you. Like, yeah, it was kind of funny, and it was kind of like in like a Ayo pause, but now it's just weird. Bro, I'm not gonna hold you. It's just weird. Maybe you should like sit back on it. I can't lie.
If we're in a cell and we're bored and we done tattooing each other, whatever you do in the cell, and we ran out of board games and we did all the other things, we cleaned everything, and I'm like, man, I might as well you. There's nothing he could physically do to stop that. Besides put his legs in the air and choose a position. Maybe I'll let him choose a position.
Why are you pulling this picture up, Mark? Why are you doing this?
Put up that picture of him and Travis Kelce's girl. Look at that shit.
Oh my God, dude, that's unbelievable.
Yo, I'll be honest. I would go so far as to say, I don't think he could stop most people on the planet from having sex with him. Like, the only reason he got security is to stop people from having sex with him whenever he wants.
Up until this point, Andrew could be seen as rightfully defending himself and making somewhat decent points. However, making a joke that he could and would assault an R-word Kendrick was potentially crossing a line. Meek Mill thought so. He tweeted,
"Yeah, that's just weird, bro." And he kept continuing it, bro. Like that, it just got weird.
White men saying they'll R-word black men openly is extreme, and then say it's just a joke. Black manhood is not a joke. I seen the same guy saying I was gay on his stand-up. My white friends like, it's a joke. We don't joke like that in the black community at all. O'Shea Jackson Jr., Ice Cube's son, simply called him a weirdo for his jokes in a tweet that has 6.3 million views. Andrew replied with Google No Vaseline by Ice Cube, basically insinuating that O'Shea's own father has made a song about R-word. The ironic part is that if Schultz googled what No Vaseline was about, he would have learned that it was a diss track towards his former group NWA and their manager Jerry Heller, who had them locked in a horrible business contract. O'Shea replied, "A metaphor about getting effed business-wise by your manager. It's not the same, homie. He ain't call you a bitch. He ain't say F you, didn't even say your name. And your response was buck-breaking. Shit was just crazy." However, others stepped up to defend Schultz. LOL, y'all mad at Andrew Schultz but push this tough-ass, no-rules hip-hop culture. Dudes talk about murder, pimping, sex trafficking, smacking hoes, drill shit, etc. and clutch your pearls at a joke. And yes, a joke from the Patrice O'Neal, Bernie Mac, Richard Pryor, Bill Burr type of comedy eras. The culture calls Drake not like us and drags him for days because he dared to take legal action against his predominantly white label for allegedly using payola to sabotage his career. And
I just don't think I don't think they get it. I don't think they understand it. Like, it's just weird. I don't know how you can defend something that sounds so weird, bro. Like, what? You had Andrew Schultz is literally saying he would R-word Kendrick Lamar, and proceeded to keep saying that and saying that and saying that. and kept going with it. Like, that's weird. Like, no matter what, that's just weird, bro. What is there to defend? It's just weird.
And contract negotiations. The culture then turns around and calls for the cancellation of a white comedian who made a joke and pointed out Kendrick's hypocrisy. Despite the internet raining down on Andrew, he refused to back down or apologize.
Did he double down? Because that's the type of shit he does.
He believed he was right, and he suggested the reason why he kept the beef alive was because he was receiving death threats from internet trolls.
Death threats to them, death threats to me.
And I was getting death.
Of course, death threats to me. Death.
Yeah, bro, he like, another episode later, dude, still bringing up the beef, man. Let it go. You know how many people said after literally, like, a few weeks, like a week after this is stopped, people were dead ass like, let it go. Let it go. It's done. Let it go. The beef is over. Come on, man. Do it with Andrew, man. He coming back every time.
Death threats to me, death threats to my family, telling they're gonna kill my daughter, posting on my daughter's
We
picture.
still haven't posted an ep.
We haven't talked. I don't talk about it for 2 weeks, right? I go, okay, you saying death threats to all of us? You gonna talk shit about my daughter? Okay, it's up. I'm a your man, right? Because if we saying anything, it's like let's have some fun.
It's still fun.
I'm your man.
It's still funny.
Right?
Consensual love.
No, but then we're gonna do the molding of his butt. I'm hanging it on the wall.
Schultz tripled down on his comments during a podcast with
Oh yeah, he didn't double down. He tripled down. He brought it up again.
Charlemagne the God, where Andrew repeated all his same arguments, how Kendrick is a rapper and rappers promote misogyny, and how he couldn't fight him one-on-one, and how he is a hypocrite for collaborating with the South Park creators.
So the guys that created South Park are two white guys, and they've made jokes about black women.
Well, they make jokes about everybody.
Oh my God! Hold on. What did you say?
Now, they do have a character.
What did you say?
What's the character, the black character? Token. And they do make jokes, like they did earlier this year, they did do the episode about Lizzo. They do make jokes about everybody. Like, everybody gets it on South Park. And see, that's
Do you know who you're talking to?
Now, I don't really know what's going on.
Well,
if I don't know.
Everybody gets these jokes.
Okay, that I know.
Everybody. Mustard gets it. Mayo gets it. Okay? Duck sauce gets it. Okay? Curry gets it. Curry gets it.
Oh, he's talking about the season?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was talking about Steph or Indians. I'm
talking about Indians. That's Indians. We're doing it for each group of people. Everybody get these jokes. That's the rule.
Taylor, what's the line?
But Kendrick got specific laws.
Says, never
Kendrick got to
let-
protect women from comedians as long as he's got an album coming out.
I'm just looking for.
Listen, Kendrick's got to stand up for you ladies.
The last verse.
As long as he could profit from it. He got to stand up for you ladies.
Andrew even tried to take it as far as suggesting that he didn't know the angry black woman stereotype existed.
And I could see what people say you might have been reinforcing the stereotype of
Yes, black women.
black women being angry.
Yes.
But the jokes were
First
the
of all,
black men.
I didn't even know that was a stereotype.
Black man. Andrew.
I just thought you were angry. I didn't know it was like a
Yo.
whole black woman thing. I just thought it was a you to me thing.
Fans were disappointed with Charlemagne pretending that he has no idea what's going on when he has been a large voice in hip-hop commentary for the past 15 years. And he has co-hosted the Brilliant Idiots podcast alongside Schultz for the past 5 years. Additionally, he pressed Post Malone in 2015 for not doing enough for Black Lives Matter.
What are you doing for the Black Lives Matter movement?
What? I don't know.
Is that a serious question?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
If anything.
Charlemagne has criticized many white rappers for appropriating black culture, as he tends to interpret the behavior of these white rappers as a form of mockery of black stereotypes. But when Andrew was directly making fun of black people, he just pretended he had no idea what was going on. The crazy part is, Kendrick was actually talking more about people like Charlemagne than Schultz. That's why he's so quiet. And if you listen to the song again, you'll see Kendrick called him out perfectly. The fact that Charlo roasts every other white person but quiet about Schultz is crazy. This whole situation is the perfect example of the modern day comedian's response to criticism of unfunny material. Comedy defenders will remain firm in their stance that when it comes to jokes, everything is on the table. Nothing or no one is off limits. And as a fan of stand-up comedy myself, I do agree with that ethos.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, that makes sense. I 100% agree with that. Because that's how comedy should be. It should be everybody gets it. Everybody gets the joke. Everybody's the butt of the joke. It doesn't matter, dude. Because then it's fair, and then it's equal, and then it's not like if you target one specific group or specific people, then it's just weird and it's racist or messed up, whatever. But it's just not right. If you make fun of everybody, then it's okay. Basically, in a sense.
Go ahead, shoot your shot. I think we have all laughed at some pretty horrible things. In the midst of all this chaos, Andrew did make some reasonable points. There is a hypocritical nature of people who are casting criticism on Andrew while praising Kendrick. However, what not many people are saying is that simply Andrew's joke was not funny. So he can make all the good points that he wants, but he still failed to do his one job as a comedian. Make you laugh.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. The only time
have you ever looked in the mirror and not seen yourself?
The main shit, like the main what was it? The main jokes he was trying to say weren't funny to me, but the little side like things he had were funny because you know I don't know what it was, the delivery or whatever, but those are funny. But the main shit that he was trying to say, like with like when he was trying to joke Kendrick Lamar, it just wasn't funny. Like it really wasn't funny, especially when he said basically he was gonna R-word Kendrick Lamar. That just wasn't funny, bro. But the small little side shit he had was funny. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was funny. So, I mean, think what you want. Agree, disagree. It don't matter, man. At the end of the day, it's whatever you think. So, who cares, right?